Happy Sunday. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our lovely little Sunday chats where I'm able to reconnect with my lovely community, have myself a little cup of tea, and hang out with my friends. What more can you ask for? Oh, man, it is a outright gorgeous freaking day. Beautiful. Good day for yard work. Good day for maybe spending some time with some family and friends. Either you celebrate Easter or, the date. Either way, I hope you're having a good one. Hey, everybody. Good to see you in the live chat. Well, cheers, everyone. Hope you're having a really good, lovely little Sunday. And speaking of yard work, my garden is like about to blow. It is blooming like crazy, and I have this big old rose. This rose is like the size of my head. But picked you guys a little rose because I appreciate you guys so much. And it's my little gift to all of you. Hi, guys. Oh, it's so wonderful to have you here. Yes, happy Easter. Absolutely. Deep Creek. Yeah. How am I today? Doing good. I'm doing good. I have we just boiled a bunch of eggs. So we'll have like egg sandwiches and also some carrot cake, which I am 100% going to devour. I'm very excited for that. Oh, man. In the Pops grilled out at church. William, that's fantastic. Great sense of community. I love that. Right, Bradley? Either holiday, if you partake, rock and roll, man. Oh, hi, Woven. It's good to see you as always, my friend. Drooling over here. Oh, man. Over at the barbecue or over the roast? I can't quite tell. Or maybe the, Irish breakfast tea. I'm not going to judge. Things are going really good in the shop. There's a lot of unseen stuff going on in the gate. I just forged all of the ginkgo branch elements. Listen to the birds. They're going crazy, finding their, lost loves and stuff, reconnecting. It's great. It's good stuff. But, forged a whole bunch of all of the parts that I'll assemble into, the branches for the ginkgo gate, and that portal. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to getting stained glass. We're just about wrapping up on this. Carrot cake is amazing. Paul, right? I'm just a big old nut for, food in general. I'll eat anything. But the cream cheese frosting. That cream cheese frosting is something else. You're afraid of fire? No, fire is just a tool. Don't you worry. Oh, you finally made it to a Sunday chat. Sophie, I'm so glad you did. It was great hanging out with you in tea time, at the patrons. But yeah, this is just a totally different vibe. It's a lot of fun in here. Super happy you made it. But yeah, the shop is doing good. Just, filmed another apprentice video, and that went really good, like a little blacksmith knife. That's always a little fun. I'll show it to you. It's over here. I picked the rose with it. I gotta be careful. I made a razor stinking sharp, but yeah, just a good little blacksmith knife. There's a twist, there's drawing out bar. It's all made out of spring steel, and it fits in your hand really nice. It's like a little X-Acto knife. Every shop needs a good little blade. Love that little thing. Rage, what's up, buddy? Oh, man. You already have a pretty rose? I know. I couldn't help myself. I was on my way out, from my office, out here to the lovely workshop where I get hear the birds are chirping, the bees are buzzing, and I was walking through my garden, and it's about ready to pop with roses and blooms and buds. And actually, my super favorite is my lilac tree. Bush is popping off. Actually, maybe I'll go. Maybe later I'll go pick you guys some because that's like one of my favorite smells in the entire world is lilac. It's unreal. Hey, good morning from Hawaii. That's awesome. I love how many time zones we get to share. You know it? How cool that we get to say hello and spend some time together all around the world. You know, I know Sophie's over in Scotland and we got Hawaii. We got, oh man, this is the greatest. Cream cheese frosting is so good on a shoe. William, it could be anything underneath that. Like, it's the best. It's the best. Man. Yay, Littlefoot's here too. Oh, how wonderful. Let's prance around the lilac. Hell yeah, now you're talking. Actually, all right, I'm gonna go take this workshop knife and I'm gonna go pick us some lilac. I'll be right back. There are few smells better than this lilac right here. Oh, that right there. I just want to like tape it to my forehead so I can walk around and always be smelling that. Look at it. Look how cute. Look how cute that like soft purple is. Oh my God. And my wife's favorite is are lupins. And those are starting to bloom everywhere. It's just like the best time of year, isn't it? It's my favorite. Good God Almighty, this thing is too heavy. All right, well, let me I don't know where I set my knife down, but I got my nippers here. Explain the scent. Oh, okay. Ooh, man, I'm not good at explaining scents. I'm good at wine palettes and everything else. Ooh, bird just hanging out. Oh, God, that smells so good. Okay. Flavor profiles. Lilacs. It's very sweet. It's very sweet in a very complex way. It's not candy sweet. I'm not over here huffing a Jolly Rancher, right? It's soft. It's very soft sweet. There's a little grassy, right? A very minor hint of grass. It's lilac. Like, how do I explain that? Oh, it's just like flowers in the sunshine. I wish I had more vernacular to explain that. There we go. Look at our cute little damn arrangement. Yeah, well, happy Easter Sunday, everybody. How cute is that? I love it. 80 foxes this year. Paul, I'm so glad you asked. So the foxes were super quiet. Oh, and Copper Dog's over there. Copper, you want to say hi? Come here. So the foxes went like super dormant. I wasn't hearing them. I wasn't seeing them. But I think they were like hunkering down to maybe have a little family of their own. And they did. So my neighbor, he like had a spotting scope out and he was seeing them on the distant hillside. And they have themselves a little family. Oh my God, they're so cute. I have a supernatural panel to go to Minneapolis, which is my birthday. Well, first of all, happy early birthday. But you have a supernatural like the show? I love Supernatural. That was a fun show. Yeah, so the foxes are back, baby, and they got little cubs, kits. Because I know there's a kit fox. What are baby foxes called? I'm totally blanking on that. Little kits running around. Yeah. Oh, man, they're super cute. And I heard them the other night. Hey, sorry you're late. No, don't you worry about a darn thing. Oh, man. Yeah, the little foxes, like little babies. Are you kidding me? How freaking cute are they? I'm only on Stephen 11, but it's awesome. It is. You know, Cubs. Okay. Copper, where'd he go? He was just right there. He was like, detour. But like I said, I hope you guys are all having an exquisite day. You know, how can you be upset on a day like this? God. Gorgeous. Here, let me show you what I get, what I'm looking at. It's just a beautiful stinking day. You know what? Pretty tough to be upset. And you know, like, about like work, you know, building all the forgings for the tree limb, the ginkgo tree that I'll be putting into here, right? That'll all be fun. And man, I miss so much forging nature. You know, like forging plant life and because you get to be so free and in the moment. Like this type of ironwork, super symmetrical, and it all has to fit like a big old puzzle, you know, in on itself. It's great and it's fun in different types of ways. It's very challenging in a very classical kind of way. You know what I mean? But when you get to like forge nature, it's a different type of work because you get everything in position, but then you start being able to use your imagination and getting up close and be like, okay, this limb would have been blocking the sunlight, so this limb would be trying to circumnavigate that to get its own light. You know, it's all in competition, right? So being able to duck and weave them around and twist them, making them interesting, because once you get texture, then it's all about the twist. Oh, it's the best. Kits. Oh. Thinking about doing a live stream tutorial class thing. Doing a wall hook. Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's awesome. Go for it. Absolutely. I'm rewatching the Naruto. Really? Naruto. I never got into it. It's a pretty relatable series for many people. I'll be darned. Yeah, I never got into. I was like, I was Avatar later on. Yeah, I totally missed that one. Oh, and Full Metal Alchemist. Back in the day, Full Metal Alchemist was awesome. I loved that. A little dark. I've been working at for first of the month. That's fantastic. Was let down. Oh no. You might enjoy One Punch Man. I think I watched like the pilot or something like that, and I just was kind of blown away. Like, this is a lot. You're throwing a lot at me right now, you know? It's fun to watch a bunch of different types of media because there's inspiration in everything. Oh man, I think the lilacs are firing off my allergies. Worth it. Totally worth it. What was I talking about? Oh, but there's inspiration in anything, right? Larry, there's so much beautiful art. There's a little floaty. Might be a little spider in there. You know, you ever see how those little spiders travel? Anyways, my goodness, getting sidetracked. But yeah, like there's inspiration in anything. You know, like when people ask me, oh, where do you get your inspiration from? It's everywhere. A lot of nature, of course. But like, be watching a show and all of a sudden you clock something that is really inspiring. And it might just be the element of something, right? Just the most minor detail that jumps out to you. But it's amazing where you can take that. You know, just like a thread, right? You just see the end of a thread and you begin to pull it and things begin to unravel and reveal themselves to you, you know? Have you tried making lilac sugar? Sophie. What? That's a thing? Hey, Greg, it's good to see you too, my friend. Cheers. Happy Sunday. Is it really? Sword Art Online. I remember seeing that like on, you know, scrolling through Netflix years ago. But it's good, huh? Okay, maybe next time I like ran out of something to watch. This day and age, there's so much to watch. It's crazy. For all of you other Smiths out there, don't you love when you just get like a big old chunk of mill scale? Right? It's kind of magical. You know, I got these like piles of massive chunks of mill scale, but they're so delicate. Trying to pick them up is so tough. But they're so fun to like break. Sometimes they sound good. They can get like chimey, you know. How's it going? Pretty darn good. Could not complain if I tried. You know it? Things are good. Yeah, just working. Lots of work coming down the line. Oh my God. About to start. So we're going to be wrapping up the ginkgo gate, right? Of course, I got the zodiacs that I'll always be working on. We're like halfway through those for the whole year-long process, but we're about to fire up the horse banister, the steel stampede, I think we're gonna call it, and I cannot wait. That's gonna be such a challenge. Holy crap! You know, and when we were talking about art, design, and achieving more and more and more, and trying to get better and better as you progress in your whatever art form that has chosen you. So much of it is just having like the audacity to go for it. Telling a client or telling yourself as the client, just being like, you know what? I want to try to, I don't know, watercolor this lilac. No idea how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to give it a shot, And just having the audacity to just try it is, I think, really important. And I attribute so much of my personal success to that. Just good old audacity, you know what I mean? I was having a great conversation with one of the patron members from Patreon, right? They are in college right now trying to get a lot of knowledge around what I do, and they might get into a field at least adjacent to mine. And we had this wonderful kind of interview. It was a lot of fun. And that was one of the things I boiled down a lot of my successes to, is just having audacity. Talk about your art form with other people. Perfect strangers, Strangers only temporary until you start making them an acquaintance, and then maybe even, if you're lucky, maybe a friend. You know it. Let me get a screenshot of that rose. Yeah, for sure. Check it out. Bam. Look at her. She is in full bloom, man. It's like the. Let me get a measurement of this damn thing. Where the hell? I need my tape measure. There's 30 tape measures in this shop, and I can't find a single one of them. There's one. Yeah, look at this damn thing. Let's get a diameter. Yeah, that's a 6-inch rose, baby. Not bad. Oh, and holy crap, between the two of these, between the lilac and the rose, get out of town. Get the heck right out of town. That's incredible. Let Copper pose with it. You're right. Copper dog. Come here, dude. He keeps totally shrugging us off, giving us the cold shoulder. He's got shoulders they're little, but he got shoulders, and they're really cold. Copper dog. You show up eventually. Steampunk workshop, let your imagination go wild. Woven 100%. When I build the new shop, that's the dream, is it'll be quite steampunk inspired. Come here, buddy. Oh, it's my guy. He's my little gentleman. He's such a good boy. Let's see. Get up here, buddy. Come say hi. Oh, look at him. Good. Look how cute. Oh, it's like a flower hat. What do you think, buddy? I think you'd look quite handsome in a flower hat. Like a church lady, you know what I mean? Oh, buddy. I'm sorry. Look at Mr. Copper Dog. You good boy. There's nothing like a best friend. There is simply nothing better than a best friend. Huh, buddy? Man, what a beautiful day. Are you guys able to hear the birds by any chance? Oh, to be in the workshop too? Oh, of course, always. Oh, good. Yeah, because they're just happy, man. And what's cool is we also have some really neat birds of prey around here. Like peregrine falcons, red-tailed hawks, all sorts of stuff. It was funny, just the other day, Casey and I were pulling out of the drive out here on the dirt road, and it was a red-tailed hawk and a raven just dogfighting. I was waiting for Kenny Loggins to start playing Danger Zone any second. Felt like I was watching Top Gun. It was badass. Well, Mr. Copper Dog might need a bath. You're getting a little ripe over there, buddy. Do you have, ooh, I love a good question. What do we got? Do you have any tips on brass pins? Like pinning them like rivets? Totally. Like brass pins. Oh my God, like brass pins like a rivet? Yeah, like that works great. Let's see here. I've got this pendant from, we're talking years ago. Years and years and years ago. This is a long time since I built this. But you see this, and it's all like tarnished, this copper and brass little locket, right? Little steampunk locket. Those little brass pins are nails. It's little brass nails. You don't want brass plated, because that has a totally different material in there. You know, almost more like not quite a steel, but it's a low-grade iron, low-grade steel. I love using like little nails, little pin nails for rivets. It's great because you already have a head on one side, and all you got to do is take your little snips and whatever distance, you know, maybe it's a little 16th inch drill bit that you're using, punch that through, and then you just nip it at a certain distance and then pin the other side. Piece of cake. Brian, it's always good to see you too, my friend. 3/16 brass rods and rivets for my hooks. Gotcha. So something very reminiscent to this here. Yeah, 100%, bud. So works great. Works absolutely great. The big one is getting ahead on one side. So you can just use rod. There's so many ways to do this. I actually worked with my apprentices on how to achieve such a thing. If you got yourself an anvil, it's all about getting your shank length, right? And how much material you want to set aside for the head. You know what I mean? Love the energy. Oh, there's plenty where that came from. Let's see here. If you've got some plate just lying around, just, you know, some good plate, and you can stack them, right? If you have like a whole bunch of 1/4 inch or a whole bunch of 1/8 inch, you can just stack it all up. But make sure you drill yourself a little hole, right? A little hole for the rod to, you know, pass through it. This isn't perfect, right? So you got a hole that'll come through, and you could just cut it, slap it down to where it's popping out the distance, you know, the amount that your head is. Rivet that over, bing, 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 bing. Knock it out, right? And then you got yourself kind of like a half rivet. And then you could either trim it, or, you know, if the material that you're utilizing is somewhere close to like this 5/8, this is a 3/4 inch plate. Works great that way, you know? I make a lot of rivets out of just rod, because, you know, if it's great for customization, you get to make it the way you want it to be. You're not, you know, you don't have to rely on anybody else's design. And two, then I think this is most importantly, it's cheaper, right? The second that a manufacturer has to like move any material around, it adds up. So it's nice to be able to build everything from like raw source. Also, I just thought of another one. You get to practice good skills, you know? I was using washers. That works great. Yeah, washers are great. You just need a spacer, a spacer that you can hammer up against, right? That'll endure. Where am I located? Central Coast of California. Yeah, I love it out here. I said something about One Piece a bit ago. Oh, gotcha. I've actually never seen any One Piece. There's just too much to watch. My goodness. That was an excellent question. I love a good question, especially about shop stuff. While we're in the workshop, rivets are just such a cool way to connect things, and you could do it with like jewelry sized stuff with the little tiny pins. Like I got a tin full of little pins. It's my pin tin. Where is it? Yeah, there it is. Every workshop needs a cute little pin tin, right? Also, it's with those little Danish butter cookies, right? Look how freaking cute. How can you not smile every time you get to your pin tin? Yeah, look. Brass and stainless steel pins. These work great for rivets. I love using them. And you can get a big old freaking box full of them for very little, right? Little stainless steel pins. These work great at rivets, and you can make like pendants with multiple, stainless steel forgings and stuff like that, and use that as little cute, teeny tiny little rivets. I love it. Yeah, right there. There's one of those like cute little brass guys. You know what I mean? Perfect for what we're talking about. My go-to show is The Walking Dead. That was a good one. Have you ever tried spruce tip tea? Paul, no, but I got a spruce over there. Don't tempt me. Yeah. Every shop needs a cute little pin tin. Also, pin tin, what an amazing name. Like that needs to be the name of some cute little eccentric gnomish inventor in my next game. Pin tin. You suggest it, Paul? Next time I'm at my tea shop, I'll ask for it. Give me like a flavor. Does it taste like spruce? Does it taste like an IPA? Is it very hoppy? I do need to soften the brass pins. Yeah, you could do like a little annealing. Oh, they're shattering. Yeah, some grades of brass can get really brittle. Real pain in the butt. Brass and bronze, very, very interesting, like the different ratios. It's an alloy, right? Very interesting, like the different grades, red brass versus gold brass. Oh my gosh. It's crazy. The amount of just in grades of steel. Oh my God. It's funny, I try to like protect my apprentices a little bit from the endless rabbit hole that is steel. And I really try to compel them to, salvage. Like, for instance, forge that knife from this coil spring, right? Cut a chunk of that off, and there we go, bingo. But I guess you could do a lot of research, but I want to teach intuition. You can research what car this came off of and what year and what the manufacturer was, were they using 5160 for their, for their spring steels, right? But I want to even like circumnavigate that entire process and teach them how to, through a series of like little tests, maybe a file, maybe using your center punch for archaic sort of Rockwell test or spark test to see the carbon content. To like teach just general intuition, that you get after doing it for 20 some odd years. You know what I mean? You grab a chunk of steel and you can kind of start x-raying it a little bit just through experience. And that's the track I really want to start taking people, because my goodness, there's a lot of steel out there from S series, D, A, oh my God. Oh, there's so many, just the 51 series alone. Crazy. without looking it up, the spruce tea made of fresh new spruce tips. Not really something from a tea shop. Interesting. Spruce tips. I'm gonna go look at my spruce tree, right? Once I wrap this up, I need to go check it out because I'm very curious now. Ooh, Sophie, I had an idea for a backsplash. Ooh, yeah, from the kitchen, brass and copper, oh man, do like a release. So like do like reposé. Don't even get me started about reposé. Yeah, you could totally do that. You can have an entire, for a backsplash in a kitchen would be amazing. You could do lighting, like down lighting from the cupboards up above. Oh, it would be beautiful. Copper wet rosé is one of my favorite things, and you could do so much with it. You can do so much with reposé, from cool nature scenes to food, like delicious like food. Make it look like a hero's feast. You know what I mean? Oh, Casey, we're changing the backsplash. I think she's cool with it. Hey, happy Easter Sunday, my friend. Damascus backsplash. Don't even. Oh, God. Yeah, that would be rad. I just think, like a cool scene of reposé would just be so neat and make it look like, do you remember Hook? Like, whenever I think of like a bountiful table, like whenever I have people like for dinner, over for dinner, not that never mind. When I have people over for dinner, like just food, just levels of it, like think of like Hook. Whenever I think of like a bounty or like a feast, I think of like the Lost Boys from Hook. Just big wheels of cheese and loaves of steaming bread and fruit and just, oh man, I just love food. Big old bowl of mashed potatoes. Oh yeah. God, I love food, man. It's the best. Also, I want to hear about the backsplash, right? It's great. Sounds good. Casey. Oh. Ooh, a Damascus humidor would be really cool. Yeah, with that like Spanish teak. Oh God, what are most humidors made from? It's Spanish something. I want to say it's a teak. Come on, William. What type of wood is that? That's gonna kill me. I don't think it's a teak. What is it? It's Spanish mahogany? Oh, I can't remember what most humidors are made from. Used to be a cigar and pipe guy. I have a burl in mine. Nice. Oh yeah, that's good. I remember my grandfather-in-law, I should say. He was a rad guy, man. He was 100 years old when he finally, like ascended. But he was a Navy SEAL and he had this cool pipe collection. And when he stopped smoking pipes, as an older guy, he gave me his pipe collection because he knew that I was like interested in such a thing. And that was really spectacular to be able to like smoke his pipes. It was neat. Yeah, Spanish mahogany. Yeah, Greg. Yes, Spanish mahogany. Like the outside could be anything, the shell, but the inside, like for that perfect humidity and all that good stuff for your cigars. Yeah. Oh man, you guys are bringing me back to some good old memories. It's almost more enjoyable to be around someone smoking a pipe. Like if they're smoking something really fragrant and like really smells good, like some of those like kind of fruit tobaccos, like a cherry tobacco. Oh man, because so many people have like that memory of like their, grandpa's house or something like that, and having that smell hanging in the air. It's very distinct. Very distinct. Spanish cedar. Got it. Okay. I'm over here just struggling, you know. I used to make some cool like cigar cutters out of the same exact process as here. You know, talking about full circle, guys. So like cool kind of steampunk-esque brass and copper cigar cutters. And they were really cool. They would like fold up and yeah, really neat. Different types of, you know, like from a plug cut, you know, of course your usual slicer and all that good stuff. But anyways, enough about cigars. Not everyone's interested in cigars. I never smoked, but if I did, I'd smoke a pipe. Greg, yeah. It's good times. And what's neat about it is it's a total skill. It's almost like a meditation practice. You know? Getting everything packed right. You know, like it requires you to like slow down for a second. I think we could all benefit from meditation activities that just give us a second. Like this here is a good example of just a meditation activity. Slow down for a damn second. Pour yourself something hot and tasty, cup of coffee, maybe a cup of tea or something like that. Maybe some spruce tip, I don't know. But like, slow down for a sec, you know? Like, and I'd be a total hypocrite if I told you guys that I don't suffer from, I'll have like social media going on over here. I have something playing over here on YouTube and I'm like playing Minecraft over here. Like I'm just inundated with activity. We gotta slow down, you know, spin out. You know, think about, you know, back throughout human history, like, holy crap. How different we live than people have forever, right? It also does not have to be tobacco. Totally. Oh, that's great. Lemon balm, Sophie. That's cool. Nice. Hey, cheers. Hello. Not a nice smell. Yeah, Scout, that's definitely not a nice smell. It's a rare thing when you see someone smoking a cigarette these days. You're just like, whoa, haven't seen one of those in a little bit. You know what I mean? God, it's a beautiful day. Yeah, I hope, you know, today's a holiday. And I hope it's filled with exactly what you want it to be done, you know, filled with. Either that be family or not family, you know, like I get it. Like we all got family, we understand, you know what I mean? You know, if it's like a nice introvert weekend for you, a nice introvert day, oh my God, take that time. Holy crap, that's the best. That's the good stuff right there. When you could just take a breath and just be yourself and not have to put up any type of energy for anybody else. Oh man, that is nice. Those are more common than pipe and cigars. Yeah, totally. I prefer pipe to cigarettes. Oh, Bradley, 100%. Yeah. I sent you some directions for spruce tip on Discord, Paul. That's what I'm talking about, my friend. Thank you. I'll be looking for that on Discord. And if you didn't know, we got an amazing Discord. It's full of wildly talented artists, creators. It's a blast over there. So if you haven't joined the Discord, what the hell are you even doing? And if you want to, you know, to be a part of like more of that stuff, there's always the Patreon. It's pretty spectacular, I gotta say. I'm all burned up because of grilling at church. William, 100%. After like I grew up barbecuing my entire life, Santa Maria style barbecuing. You know, with the grills that go up and down. Out here in California, that's big stuff because it's all agrarian out here. It's all a bunch of ranchers. We all grow our own beef. We all hunt our own elk. You know, it's a big barbecue culture out here. And man, when you're doing like a big event, when you've got like 80 tri-tips to, you know, cook up on a massive pull behind barbecue pit, you are cooked. You're tomato red. You flip me over, I'm done, you know? Like, after a long day, oh, and it takes almost a week to get that smoke smell out. If you're, cooking on some like good old red oak or mesquite or something like that, something with a good smoke to it. Oh, yeah, it is gnarly. People don't talk about that very often, If you're really, really doing a lot of barbecuing out in the sun next to all that smoke, my goodness. Love that smell. It's pretty spectacular. Especially if you show up to like an event of some kind and you smell the barbecue going, whoo, feel like a Looney Tune where I'm like floating along the scent trail, the coaxing smoke floating me around. Yeah, 120 burgers, that'll do it, man. Good on you for doing some service, doing some public service for your community. Good on you. That's good. That's really good. Giving back. If you got a little extra energy that you can offer to other people, so rewarding. I've always been such a hermit, and these later years of hanging out with you guys, and especially with like the tea time, all the voice channels on Discord, like just and of course like filming my entire processes, because not everyone people can watch it, because not everyone gets to make cool stuff every day. I feel very privileged and really, really, really lucky. It took a lot of hard work, but I still feel very, very lucky. Man, to be able to like serve others, deeply rewarding. It's just the best. Even if it's just offering somebody a smile. Wow, man, you could damn near save a life with a grin. You know it? I'm not here. I know it's Easter Sunday, and I'm not here to get all preachy on you. That's not my vibe. Not the vibe at all. But my goodness, I swear, like, it takes very little to affect somebody positively. Either you made something with your hands, like I like to do, that's my way of service. Cook something for somebody, or even just a compliment, being there for somebody. It's really important, if you got the spoons for it. Anyways, before I get too preachy, my goodness, you got a beautiful day to get back to. God, I'm over here like tearing up. What a goob. What a goob, tearing him damn self up. What the heck am I even doing? Well, maybe today is a good day to stop and smell the roses a little bit. But I'm going to leave you here. Hope you have a freaking excellent rest of your day. Go out there, be kind to somebody. Maybe just be kind to yourself. But I love you guys. And don't forget to love each other, all right? Have a great one. Happy 420. Happy Easter, everybody. Have a terrific day, everyone. Goodbye.